Here with Rice coach, Coach Bailiff. First of all, you had a pretty good year, got to a bowl last year. You return a lot of starters. How do you hope to build on last year's success and have a better year this fall?
Well, we have high expectations. We have high goals. We want to compete for a conference championship. Ultimately, we'd love to be in the Liberty Bowl. We have, with expectations, you got to remember you still got to work. And there's no guarantees. No matter how many returning starters you got to show up every day with a consistent work ethic. You got to show up every day passionate about what you're doing. I think our seniors will give us a chance to be in a lot of these football games, but we just got to each week try to be 1-0 and don't lose your sting. It's nice to have expectations at Rice.
You were with the change of landscape, you're only one of two men in the room right now that had the pleasure of facing La Tech last year and coming into this year.
I don't remember it being pleasurable.
But with Tech having such a big changeover between 32 seniors gone and new coaching staff, is there anything you take away from last year's game that can be applied in scouting this year's game, or is it completely different?
Yeah, when you get a new head coach and you lose that many seniors, you lose that quarterback. Quarterbacks drive these games, and so it'll be a totally different philosophy, a totally different look. I think Skip's a good fit there as they could get. Sonny went to Cal, but he's when you lose 32 seniors, that changes your team.
But looking at Tech, how do you think they will compete in the league with such a transition, but a lot of also new teams in the league? So there's a lot of unknowns. How do you think they'll?
That's just not having the familiarity that we do. It's going to make it very unique. And so those questions you really don't know. I know the league has always been parity. I know we've played North Texas really close when we've played them outside the league. I know La Tech last season. So I think these teams coming in and just really, I think the parity will be incredible. The tough part of me is you don't know the personalities of the head coaches, and that's something that we'll learn along the way.
That being said, anytime you and Skip Holtz are in a room, it looks like you just kind of hold court.
Well, you know what? Skip's got one of those contagious personalities. I think that's one of the reasons he's such a fabulous recruiter. He can work a room better than anybody I've ever seen. He's been raised in this game by a pretty good coach, and I think he's just one I always enjoyed when he was the head coach at East Carolina. He went back-to-back Liberty Bowls in Conference USA. So, he knows what's going on in this league too, and I think that's one of the reasons he's such a great fit.